Hello my lovers, happy homebrew Wednesday, number 8 I think this is, so it's been a while. Haven't really done an awful lot, so haven't really had much to report on. So this little brew here is my rat catcher, which is Greg Hughes' Summer Ale. So hopefully you know the story that not this brew, previous brew, next door have got rabbits and we've had rats problem, and I killed 3 rats on the day that I kegged this, so I thought I'd call it Rat Catcher. So I've got a trap there. The trap seems to stun them. I've killed 2 with the spade and the trap has killed 1, so 2 under me. Maybe I should patent the spade technique, but there we go, that's another story. So anyway, this is slightly different. My neighbour who gets a lot of my beer, we're very good friends, he really likes this. I'm still not sure. Not sure how old this is. When did I make this? This was kegged on the 18th of July. What do we know? 25th. Oh, so it was only a week. So yeah, so it's only been in there a week. So yeah, early days. And so, but the usual EKG and progress went in. I think as per the recipe in the book. But I had a couple of hops that had left over from when Graham Preston came up and we done that collaboration brew day. So there's 13 grams of Columbus, 12 grams of Amarillo, and 5 grams of Mosaic that I just chucked in at 80 degrees, just to get rid of them, get them out of the freezer. So to be fair, it is quite nice, but just slightly different to what I usually have. The other thing as well is I've been using WLP 005 in it, and it gets the high Krausen so quick that I never catch it. So what I do is I just leave a bit of the beer in the bottom and I swirl up the yeast cake and I chuck it into a gallon container, and then next brew I just chuck all that in, and it works fantastically, you know. So a bit too well really, because the last couple, I think about 4 times I've used it so far. So the last couple of times or 3 times it's gone down to 1.008 instead of 1 point or 1012. This time it went down to 1.004, so ended up with a stronger beer than I'd like really, but still nice. So the other thing I've brewed is On a Promise, so the Timmy Taylor Landlord clone. So the thing with that, you know, some of you will know that I've had a bit of a problem with mash efficiency. So with the old Igloo mash tun, I regularly, well, I always got 90+% mash efficiency, and but since changing over with the middle, you know, the single drain off in the middle of the, or the bottom of the keg, and using the false bottom, my mash efficiency went right down to 73%, and it was absolutely doing my Swede in. So what that actually means is that, you know, I would put in expected mash efficiency of 75%. This is the last recipe, which I made last Thursday. So it meant using an extra 1.2 kilos of grain, just to try and make a 3.7% beer. So, but I made a new grain manifold, and let me quickly show you, just in case you haven't seen it. So that's it there. So you can see this bit here, I drilled the holes the wrong way, on the wrong side. So that was turned around so the holes were at the bottom on mash day. And straight away I achieved a massive 93.3% mash efficiency. So where I was aiming for a 3.7% beer, I'm now getting a 4.9% beer. So there's the difference. Mash efficiency is critical. So you really want to, if you've got getting low mash efficiency, sort of look at ways of improving it. The problem was that all the wort was being pulled down into that single hole in the middle of the mash tun. So it meant that it was just sucking it down like that. So everything else that was around here wasn't being used. It wasn't being, you weren't getting the sugar, the starches or anything out of that bit of grain. So by putting that, changing the manifold, that's put my mash efficiency back up into the 90s again. So fantastic. So the other thing I've done, I'll go back over, is I've got a new spar jar. So there we are, we've got the spray ball, bit of copper, cam lock onto there, and that's it. Look at that, fantastic. So I've yet to try that. That's going to be on my next brew. I shall use that, and I'm sure that's going to help. I think that's brilliant. I absolutely love the idea of that spray ball. Got that from John Campbell, Red Dog Brewer. Well done, thank you, mate. So that's that. Oh, now, there's just not enough room in this brew shed. I built this brew shed 12 by 8, and really I should have made it 16 by 8 because there just ain't enough room for kegs and boxes of ingredients and bottles and all that. So, but there we go. Anyway, what can you see on there? Can you see up there? Hang on. There, look, just there. So that is an air vent, and all that's for is for on the plate heat exchanger, when I want to drain the water side of it. Let me just show you a few changes I've made to the plate heat exchanger. So on the water side, there we are, I've put a drain off. So that air vent, open that air vent, releases the vacuum, and the two sides just empty of water, so I can just undo the cam locks, get a little bit of water but not a lot. The other thing on the worktop, so that was the idea behind that, so that works, that's nice. The other thing I've done is I've extended the outside of the wort side, or hot side, and I've put, there we are, a thermometer. So just put that in there. Okay, so hopefully you can see that okay. So now I'm actually watching the temperature as it comes out. So what I found is like I recirculate it a bit more, just putting it straight back into the boiler, and then when I get an even temperature, at the moment in this weather, I'm only getting it down to 22, but it's a lot better than the 34 degrees that I got out of the immersion chiller, and still saving a hell of a lot of water. So I think that's it. Now I've got a I'm going to brew, my next brew is going to be a Gamma Ray. So if you remember the collaboration brew day that I did with Graham Preston, we did ginger ale because the hops didn't arrive in time, so we had to change the hops that we used, so that's why it was called ginger ale. And but I've just got in the new hops today from Malt Miller, excuse me, and so I'm going to do a Gamma Ray. So that'll probably be next weekend, and that's about it. That's about all I've had going on, really. Yeah, that's about it. Got the grandkids down, so I'm out in the garden and in the brew shed, just avoiding them because I'm not a great fan of kids, to be honest. They're bloody annoying. So anyway, I have a few more beers and a smoke on me pipe, and just chill out in the back garden. So I'm thinking of doing a video on my pipe. I don't know, probably won't go down well with a lot of people, that pipe smoking, but I've been smoking a pipe since Christmas, and I'm really enjoying it. And it can be it's a bit of a technical thing, so that's quite good. And I'll put that as a separate video and go through, like, how to set your pipe up and to smoke it. But it's not, you don't inhale the smoke if you don't want to, but it's just so relaxing. You just sit there with a pipe and the world goes by, and that's it. So yeah, one of my favourite things is a pint and a pipe. So that's about it, my friends. So thanks very much for watching, and keep up the good work. So see you soon. Cheers, me dears.